So let's proceed. Let's proceed. Okay. So
what does denied concession mean?
denied concession. So I think they're basically telling you that we are not approving your.
No. Like if we submitted something late.
Yeah. So I think they're denying your approval to actually submit. Why were you denied?
So Alan, how do you submit an assignment on Friday before I took a flight to Cape Town, and it didn't go through?
But you all know
Yeah.
Japan.
So I only managed to submit a selection on Sunday when I lost it on Tuesday.
Okay.
So I've got it on student housing and signing.
It's just that the terrible.
Yeah. Why you submitted late?
Because everybody knows the ninjas there.
Yo, guys, man, I don't know what happens when now it's time to record your.
I mean, we can have ninjas, but you all know Japan.
I don't know what happens when it's now time to record your test revisions. Because now it's misbehaving.
The camera.
Yeah. Either he has COVID or he's not coming to class.
I don't know if it's verified, right?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you was verified when you was saying. Oh, you might have something.
No. I mean, I don't talk to him anymore. I don't know, it's just so many things and
Just
I
copy
don't
what
know.
we said on the. Maybe just copy what is said on the. Email group. That's right.
Shame. That time he was doing his best.
We can't have a hard time with this first time. Yeah. They didn't love.
You know,
It's only been like a month.
you know, you have to ask someone what his job was. He's been
Well,
doing it for a
yeah,
while.
because if he doesn't really know, he needs to know
How do you
exactly
not know
what.
what it is halfway through the time you've been doing it? Exactly.
You were there when you were using that job.
It's not my fault. Yeah, that's what I was doing. And then he, okay, I'm being ridiculous, I'm sorry.
Listen, you need to give him some time.
We've given him time, I'm sorry.
A month is
Month is
short.
All right, guys, let's come back. Let's come back. All right, I want us to finish this, and then I'm going to release you, and then you can even begin to run elections for you. All right. So the first question that they asked us, it was a mix and match. Okay. It was a mix and match. So they wanted us to take column A. Okay, so let's just do that. Just trying to see something. It's still reflecting. I hope it's still recording the right screen. Oh, goodness me. Okay, so I need to quickly just switch this over. Okay, because I need you guys to obviously be able to see what's on the screen, right? Oh, there we go, finally. Are we winning? It does not appear that we're winning, so it's fine. Just allow me to try this one last thing. Let's do that. Let's do Windows. Let's try this. Yeah. Okay, we can only hope that it's recording the right thing here. Okay, so anyway, let's proceed because we need to get this done anyway. So I won't waste any more time on that. Here, we are trying to assess, well, mix and match basically. So we're saying cash receipts, which answer in terms of B does it match with? Okay, so here, just in the interest of time, cash receipts, obviously, what do we record in the cash receipts journal? What is the cash receipts all about? To record the receipt of cash. That's all that it is, okay? So for number one, H would be the right answer. Number two, you have EFT confirmation slip. All right? Electronic banking. Okay, yes? This was the first question. So it's I, thank you very much for that. Next one, we have check counterfoil. And the answer is D, source document used to record payments made by check. Okay? Then number four, cost price plus gross margin. Okay? Multiplied by selling price. I think they complicated things a bit there. I think they should have just said cost price plus gross margin. That's all they needed to really say. Selling price. Okay? I don't know why they went on to say what they said. But anyway, then VAT. Okay, what would that match with? Let's see
Yes,
here.
levied on almost all goods.
Yes, that's correct. Okay, all right, so yeah, I can shift down here. Okay, can I? No, I can't actually because we did use selling price, so that's fine. So that was F, and then number 6 was person or business that is registered for VAT.
It's the back end.
It's E, yes. Then journal voucher. It's L, source document used to record transaction in general journal. All right, you always have a journal voucher, all right, as a source document. Then we go on to PCJ. What is that? Exactly. All right, in your test, it was actually written out in full. I just was like,
Yeah, I was sitting there, I can't remember doing that.
yeah. Then you've got the CBR, cash book receipts.
Is it G?
Yes, yes. Records cash inflows, okay? And then we've got selling price minus cost price. What does that give you? It gives you gross profit.
So
amount.
what was the other one that was like that?
Where?
Selling price.
Sell.
A.
Yeah, selling price. What was A? A was number 4.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome stuff. Right. Then let's go down. Let's go down. Let's go down. Okay, so here we needed to mark. Okay, here we needed to mark. And this question is, this first one is in your textbooks. Okay, we're saying doctor's subscription to the medical council. A doctor's subscription to the, what that category is? Is it zero?
Isn't it exempt?
Is it exempt, guys? You tell me.
I guess. I feel like it's standard.
It's standard rate. If the doctor does not have this subscription to the medical, he can't practice. He cannot consult. He
Then
cannot.
how would you charge VAT on that?
No, you would claim that because the doctor. Remember, the doctor is saying, okay, I can claim input value on this because this is something I need in order to produce my output, which is the service of seeing you or giving you medication. Does that make sense? He can't practice. He can't conduct business without his subscription. Does it make sense?
I thought it was like when you go to the doctor
Yeah.
and you get a subscription from the doctor and then you go somewhere else, you know?
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. So in other words, basically a subscription for what medication you need to get.
Yeah.
No, not that, unfortunately.
What would that be?
So this is his professional license to practice. Does that make sense? So it's like there's no register. If you want to register, you're late for class. You don't care about class, but you care for the register. Does that make sense? Young man, let's talk about your priorities. All right. Okay. So.
Wait, so what would that be? If I went and got a subscription of medication?
So that would be a medical expense, and we would charge you that.
Okay.
You'll see that on your medical stuff.
So
There
then
is
it would
actually
be
that.
standard rate.
It would be standard under that.
So no matter what, I
But the thing
I
is,
should have said standard.
you should have. You should have. But here's the other thing, though. You're not a bad vendor, so you wouldn't have been able to claim if you could.
No, I was just wondering.
Yeah, no, I'm just
Yeah,
sharing
no, I
with
know
that
that.
as well. Okay. Then next one is trading inventory. This one, guys, if you got it wrong, please go and watch all my videos on YouTube. You shouldn't have gotten trading inventory. That's definitely standard rate. That's why I'm not even discussing it. Okay. Then eliminating paraffin in a business factory. Zero rated. Okay. This becomes a little bit tricky, and we discussed it a bit in my other class because you begin to think, but we're using this for production of income because it's within the factory, okay? But it is still
Yes, I was confused last
zero
time.
rated.
I don't know what. to say, because I thought it was because it was like mass production stuff a factory is using.
Yeah.
And it's not like you claim.
So is it with every type of like kind of paraffin and like?
Diesel, paraffin, fuel, petrol, in other words, any of those are zero rated.
No matter what context of it.
The only context that I would consider it to be standard rated is if you are a filling station, that is your inventory. Does it make sense?
If you're mining it, whatever.
No, it wouldn't be. If we're mining, it wouldn't be. Or unless you're saying
So we're taking it
we
out.
mine it and we sell it to the filling
Yeah,
station.
yeah. So we're mining it and we're selling it to.
In that scenario, then I would say standard rated. In my opinion, I'd say standard. I would go with standard rated. Because that is your inventory. You sell it to the filling stations. Filling stations sell it to us. It's also their inventory. Makes sense. So that in those cases, I would. Okay. Then staff lunches, non-allowable. Another one that, hey, if you got it wrong, okay,
Wait, what does non-allowable actually mean?
you can't. It's not even going to be on the receipt. Or let me say it like this, actually. When we buy whatever we buy, let's say we bought chicken for the staff, we get charged that, but we cannot claim input VAT. It's non-allowable for us. Okay.
You can try, but you won't succeed.
Yeah, you won't succeed. Like entertainment as well.
Anything to do with like the staff?
As soon as you see staff, you know that this is not allowed.
I know, that's why I always say it, but I don't know what a non-allowable means.
Oh yeah. It's literally, we cannot claim input VAT. We may incur that on that thing, but we won't be able to claim it. Then interest expense. We just dealt with interest.
Exempt.
It is exempt.
So, can I ask a question?
Yes, you may.
I don't really know what exempt is.
Exempt.
Yeah.
So
You would use words.
when it comes to exempt, you actually won't see it. It won't be on the receipt at all. Whether you're the person selling it or the person who's actually buying
But then that's non-allowable.
it. It's not non-allowable. Because non-allowable,
You see it, but you're not.
you see it, but you can't claim input. So in other words, when I go and buy the chicken for my staff to eat, and the bread and whatever else I've put together for them, right? Whatever the meal is, I'm going to pay VAT on that chicken, on the, now you guys are making me think of all on the beans, everything. I'm going to pay VAT on those things, provided there's VAT on it. Does that make sense? But when I now turn around and say, SARS, I'd like to claim input VAT on the chicken that was for my staff. I'd like to claim input VAT on the kettle that was for my staff. I'd like to claim input VAT on the whatever else that was for staff. They're going to say that's not allowed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because it was for staff. Now, you see on the receipt, when I bought the chicken or whatever I bought, there is VAT.
Yeah.
So I incurred that.
Yeah.
But I can't claim input VAT. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's not allowable. Exempt, we're talking about, for instance, interest expense. So one of my creditors charged me interest because I didn't pay on time. I'm not going to be charged VAT on the interest amount. Does that make sense? By the creditor. He's not going to include VAT on that interest charge. Okay? And I also cannot claim input VAT. Can you see? I didn't incur any VAT. At the same time, I cannot claim it. Does it make sense now? So it's not even on the invoice. The source document that confirms that I have an interest expense.
There's nothing saying, there's no VAT.
There's no VAT.
Mention.
No mentioning of that. Makes sense now? Yeah. Okay. Right. And then just to bring it full circle, because we're on the subject matter, when we're now talking zero rated, you will see a line item with that there, but it will be at 0%. Does that make sense? Cool. Right. Okay, so we dealt with that question. So they actually really, you should have gotten all of them.
Wait, I have another question.
Yes, you may ask.
What's zero rated? What else is affected in that number? Like what else?
What else would be zero rated?
Yeah.
So just Google it quickly, but your fruits and your vegetables should be zero rated. Also brown bread should also be zero rated.
I don't eat fruits, though.
I don't eat fruits and vegetables. Basic
No,
necessities.
others are stupidly expensive.
No, it's like the things that you can also kind of.
Sorry?
It's like things that you can live with, like rice.
Yeah, things that we would need to get by and stuff like that. All
Well,
right? I don't know.
Certain foods and beverages, exported goods, donated goods, sold by charity shops, equipment for disabled, prescription medication, water and sewage service,
Uh-huh.
books and other printed publications, books and other, and children's.
See, so there's quite a few things that are also zeroed. Okay, but usually they will test you on things like milk. They test you on things like fruits and veggies, and brown bread. Okay, so just make mental note of that. Then this is the last thing, and I was so shocked at how many people did not get the right answer. I was expecting you
so it
guys
was
to-
so short.
It was so short, and I was like, why? How are you guys getting this wrong? What's going on? Okay. Guys, whenever you see markup, please, I'm begging you, do your model. Do your model. It'll just make life so much easier. So much easier. So again, it's cost plus profit equals your selling price. Okay.
No, for a second during this test, I forgot that you can minus the profit from the selling price to get your cost.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, how the hell am I supposed to find cost?
Wow,
And I
yeah.
was at this for like 5 minutes, and then I was like, I'm such an idiot. Just minus.
Exam or test pressure. It happens. So, moment you see on cost, above cost, you know that cost is 100. Then, in this particular scenario, they're telling you the markup is 20%. So here, profit is going to be 20%. So already that tells you that your selling is going to be 120. Okay, cool. Right, so maybe we can, let's just do both so that when we're dealing with them, we know that, okay, we have our amount. Okay, so here they're actually giving us the rand amount. So there it's actually even easier. So we have, as you say, we've got our selling price, we've got our profit. So we can subtract. So that's going to give you 320. Okay, cost. And then obviously here, this is 80 profit. And then this is obviously 400. Okay, right. So to get our,
Sorry.
yes?
You wrote 4,000.
Oh, sorry. Okay, thank you. So to get our profit, we simply say, okay, what do I want? What I want is 20. So 20 divided by, what do I have though? I have cost, which is 100. And then times what I have rand amount, which is 600. And then what do we get? You guys tell me. 6 times 20, you should get 120.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 120 there. Then obviously you can just add your profit to your cost to get 720. So here, let me quickly write this in there. We have 120 here. And here, then you would get 720. Guys, I was seeing some shocking things. Huh? So here we know our cost, we had already calculated the day when doing our model, is 320. Okay, then here, remember it's saying markup on cost. Okay, so since it's markup on cost, that means we're going to say 80 divided by 320 times 100.
Yeah.
25.
The full of 320.
I mean, how can you, how can you get it wrong? It's just 2 questions.
Questions. Okay, but I'm telling you, I was quite shocked at the number of people who weren't getting this. And when I say weren't getting it, I'm expecting you to total, not get 1 or 2 of them. Okay. But anyway, it's all said and done. Okay, so that was your test 2. Right? That was your test 2. Done. Okay. So yeah, guys, you guys are doing well, but just need to practice more. Be confident about what you're doing. Know what amount should be where, okay? And it's just practice. The slides that I give you guys is literally just so you understand conceptually what are we doing this unit. What is it all about? but it's a number crunching model. Same thing with IQTT. Just have to go and practice. All right, it'll be fine. All right, I know you guys haven't gotten your results for that yet. And I know it's not the most ideal situation, but I must tell you, you did well. Okay, even those who might have not gotten through. I mean, 48% is still in the game. I expect you guys to be covering 100% for IQTT. Let's just put it out
What
there.
is exam?
So